Mini Tyrese, Chelsea have 2 fixtures but don't know who to pick. Frustrating. I don't know about Giroud. He has been benched and I'm afraid it happens again, which is best option for a Chelsea player. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't think there is a best option for Chelsea. Because even Alonso looks like he may get rested for one of the games for, is it Emerson? So that's a big risk, Chelsea. Hazard will most likely play, but with them not probably having anything to play for, because I believe with the Spurs game turning out into a result for Spurs. Okay, there's a big, nice advert for Premier League. Vote in the monthly awards. I voted for Zaha just because I want him to get the Player of the Month card in FIFA. Okay, 3 games left. They are 5 points behind. 2 games left. If it stays 5 points behind, they could still get 4th. So, but can you see Spurs really losing 2 of their games? That's kind of what Chelsea needs Spurs to do. But because of that, I don't see rotation. So potentially we could be looking at some Chelsea options. Is there anyone that stands out? Chances created. Best Chelsea option is Azpilicueta. 6 chances created in total, which isn't bad. As far as goal threat from defenders, you're probably looking at Alonso, but again, I'm worried he's going to get rested in the game because apparently Emerson did well. You could go Victor Moses, slightly cheaper. He has 8 attempts on goal, which is better than Alonso, if I can find where Alonso is, who's had 4 attempts on goal. So you could look at Moses potentially. Moses also playing in 5 of the last 6. I believe Chelsea... Did Chelsea blank? I have a feeling they did. As far as midfielders, chances created, Chelsea 15 for Hazard, 12 for Willian. Big chances created, Hazard's created 1 big chance, Willian 0. As far as goal threat for midfielders, Hazard again on 12 is better than Willian's 9. Big chances, you have to go quite low to find Chelsea players. Big chances 1 for each. That's very poor. Shots on target, again 4 shots on target, and then where's Willian? 3 shots on target. So their underlying stats for Chelsea are very poor. As far as strikers go, again Morata has had 10 shots on target, 5 games played in the last 6 game weeks. Whereas Giroud has had 5 appearances, 8 shots on goal. There's no one in that Chelsea side that really stands out. Those big chances total of 1 is very poor for midfielders, especially of Chelsea's ilk. Big chances total for the strikers. You've got Chelsea, Morata on 3, and then Giroud on 0 big chances in the last 6 game weeks. So I cannot see a Chelsea player that I really want to go for. So as for a replacement for Willian, I mean, Siraj, as a Man United fan, with Lukaku out, that may open the door for players like Martial and Rashford. I think we discussed that in the last stream. If Martial and Rashford came in, it wouldn't be off of underlying stats you'd be going with them. It would be a punt. But it could be a decent differential. As far as replacements for Willian, as far as attacking threat and goals, Salah, Sterling, Arnautovic, Zaha are the best options. Salah doesn't have a double game week, neither does Zaha. So if you're looking for a double game week, it's Arnautovic and Sterling that really stand head and shoulders above the rest as far as attacking threat, goal threat that is. As far as chances created, looking for a Willian replacement, standing head and shoulders above the rest, you're probably looking at Pogba's on 3 in the last 6. There's no one with really big chances created at a really high number. Eriksen at 2, Tadic at 2. Chance created overall, you've got Hazard on 15, but I wouldn't really go towards Chelsea. Eriksen is decent, 12 chances created, 2 of them big chances. He's got a decent amount of assists. You could go Sanchez, that's an expensive option though. Total assists, Sterling is leading the way quite easily. Sanchez on 4, which is double Townsend and Eriksen. So you could potentially go Sanchez, but that's a big upgrade in price. Sterling is the midfielder you really want, though. And I think Arnautovic, just for his goal threat, could really provide something for you. Also, let me just clarify something, because I know a lot of people are looking at these options that I'm bringing up and saying, what? If you've played FPL for a while, you know the last game weeks of the season can throw up all sorts of madness. I mean, absolute madness. The last games of the season don't just follow regular form. This is when the crazy can happen. This is when the big differentials can make a massive, massive difference. If I actually bring, even if I bring up last game week, if I actually do eventually get there, if we go all players and round score. Okay, if you had Van Aanholt or Sakho, that's 13 and 12 points. They're Crystal Palace defenders. Last time that Van Aanholt had a double-figure haul wasn't this season. Last time Sakho had a double-figure haul was in Game Week 13. Baines came in with 12 points as well. Again, he did it in Game Week 30, and then he's also done it in Game Week 11. But you're getting players here. Again, Game Week 25 was the last time Trippier done it. But again, Trippier's in a team that you'd expect big points from. Bong. Gaëtan Bong. I've not talked about him at all this season. And then he goes and gets 8 points from a clean sheet. I didn't even know he was playing. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I didn't know he was a playing option. Just was never on my radar. If we look at midfield, Tadic, 15 points. Everyone's saying Tadic is inconsistent. Yes, he is. But 9 points in Game Week 34. Game Week 36, 15 points. Last time he did anything of that worth of note, maybe Game Week 16 against Arsenal. Game Week 13 against Everton. Zaha. He's been back since Game Week 8. No double-figure haul until Game Week 34 and then Game Week 36. Of course, I had him in Game Week 35, which is fantastic. MacArthur, 11 points. Idrissa Gueye, 11 points. Phillips, a West Brom player, got 11 points. A West Brom midfielder got 11 points. And if you look back at last season, and I don't have the information, but I know there were players that really scored big that people weren't expecting to score big. As far as strikers, the second highest scoring striker was either Joshua King or Toussaint. And they scored more points than Kane. Benteke scored more points than Aubameyang. End of season doesn't follow the general rules of FPL.